Hello, it's me again. I'm just going to talk about something that I get asked quite a lot. Now, I get asked this because I'm a 40-year-old single man. Many men find themselves in the same situation as me. A lot of men have come out of relationships at my age and just get to wondering, what is the fucking age situation out there right now? Like, you know, how do I date the women that I want to when I'm 10, 15 years younger than most of them? Well, I guess I'm just going to give my opinion on all of that in this video. Now, I guess society deems that form of relationship probably a bit weird. You know, if you're 40 and you're dating a 25-year-old, you know, it's kind of seen as, I don't know, it's seen as what it is. You know, you don't need me to outline it. But personally, I just think women are much more mature than men. I also think what men and women are attracted to is much more pronounced at that age. Men are attracted to beauty, young, beautiful women. Women are attracted to emotionally strong, experienced, stable men who, you know, perhaps are in a better financial situation, are more confident, have more social class, whatever the fuck it might be. So let's get into when age does matter. I would say it's going to affect you more than anything if you are the cliche of your age. So if you're a 50-year-old guy, you're back on the dating scene, or you've taken time off, or whatever it is. If you are the cliche of a 50-year-old dude and, you know, you're wearing trousers and loafers and, you know, you got the big, if you are what people think of when they think of your age, that's when I feel it's going to be the biggest issue. The thing is, many guys, especially guys who have come out of long relationships, are the same person that they were when they last dated. I think ultimately it comes down to women just want to date a really cool guy. They just want to date a guy that they're attracted to. And that's going to be the biggest issue. Like, if your age does matter if you're not attractive. Attraction trumps age. The biggest thing, I believe, is how you personally feel about your age. I think for the most part, people are responding to you. They're picking up your vibe. I used to see with some clients that would get weird when the age came up. They'd be like talking to a girl in a bar, fun, vibrant, just getting into it, carefree, having a chat, and the girl would be like, "How old are you?" And the guy'd get weird and he'd be like, 43. You just made that really weird. Now, what I don't want you to do is try and not make that weird. What I want you to do is come to terms with being 43 so that you don't see it as a bad thing. Now, having said that, it's 2020 and it's been a crazy 2020. Everyone's obviously using dating apps and all that much more because we haven't been able to leave the house for the most part. That's when age is going to play a big part because, you know, Tinder, for example. You have a bunch of facts in front of you and you have a bunch of still photos. Personally, I think the most important thing in an interaction is the mutual vibe, the energy you're getting off each other. Online, that's just not there. So that's when the statistics of your life become much more important, because if you're a fun, bubbly, confident person and you're chatting away in a bar, age doesn't mean anything near what it means when she's seen a photo of you and she's read it. Cold, hard facts. There's no emotion in it. So on that note, let's look into the benefits of perhaps dating a younger woman. Well, as crude as it sounds, and you know, you can abuse me in the comments all you like, she's going to be objectively beautiful for a longer period of time that you guys date. I think another benefit is, you know, girls who are 23 usually don't want to get married. So while editing this video, I realized I didn't really expand on that point very much. What I meant was, a lot of men just don't want to get married, especially if she's starting to feel that social pressure to settle down, get married. Well, I mean, you're going to come under much more pressure to, you know, put a ring on it. If marriage is not something that you especially want, and you're also concerned with potentially wasting someone's time, for me, that's a big issue as well. If I'm seeing a 30-year-old girl and I know she wants to get married soon, I am not a huge fan of marriage. I just don't think it's for me personally. I don't want to waste her time. Now let's look at cons. Well, the obvious con is how society feels about that. Any lady watching this video is probably going to be a bit annoyed, but I mean, let me ask you, mystery viewer, do you want to date a man your own age? Or do you want to date a man older? Every time I ask a woman that, she wants to date a man older. So the question really is, how much older? It's almost like society allows up to, 5 years before it starts getting weird. This is another one that I should probably have expanded on a little bit more. What I mean by that is if you are really concerned with other people's opinions and talk behind your back can really fuck you up, this is something that you're going to have to deal with, because if you're dating someone 12 years younger than you, you're going to be kind of copping it from all angles. Her friends and family, even some of your friends and family. But I mean, as always, I think the most important things to consider are, one, what do you really want? What is making you happy? If you're dating someone 12 years younger than you and she's awesome and she's happy and you're happy, who gives a fuck what anyone thinks? Another con is energy levels, bro. Again, if you're a 45-year-old dude and you're dating a 25-year-old girl, your energy levels are going to be different in two regards. One, for going out. She's probably going to go out. So you're dating a girl, especially under 26, she's probably going to want to go out a lot more. Men, I find, typically really only go out for women for the most part. So that can be an issue. And also, obviously, the sexual energy as well. If you're 45, bro, and she's 22, you might have some differences in libido there. So one last thing to add is that I imagine a lot of people would expect one thing to be on my con list, which is just not there. And that's that because of the age difference, you'll have nothing in common. You'll have nothing to talk about. Personally, I just kind of feel that this is the most often used and most basic attempt to discount any relationship with a large age difference. Most people, however, don't really step out of their age to interact with people. So when people are, 35 saying, I just don't know what I would speak with a 22-year-old about. Well, they're talking about the one 22-year-old that they know. It's exactly the reverse of what this video is about. Most 22-year-olds, when they think of a 40-year-old, they're thinking of their dad. They're thinking of the one or two 40-year-olds that they're actually interacting with. In conclusion, if you are in this situation, this is not advocating any form of dating or, who you should or shouldn't be dating. This is just something that I get asked a lot. If a guy's back out there at 42, 52. I've even coached a guy he was 62. Options for a 62-year-old to date women his own age, probably going to be pretty limited. So he needs to broaden the, he needs to broaden the filter, so to speak. So I would say just prepare yourself. Again, don't just walk back into the dating pool the same person that you were when you left it. The world has continued to grow, change, evolve, and if you haven't, you're gonna struggle. Secondly, and probably the most important point in this entire video, be strong in yourself. Try and develop self-confidence. Again, people are responding to you kind of how you treat yourself is kind of how other people treat you as well, in a way. So get working on, do whatever you have to do. There's multiple ways to do this. Just work more on your self-esteem. Put yourself in more sort of compromising situations from time to time, testing situations, whatever it takes for you to develop more like, no, fuck, I've got this. I'm awesome, And it's going to be different for different people. Because if you develop that is the most attractive thing once you step back into that dating world. It's not a technique. It's not an opener. It's nothing fucking technical. We are human beings, and women especially read men very, very, very well. Often without you even opening your mouth. They know who you are. So you need to know who you are. You need to work on yourself so that you walk back out the best version of yourself. Oh my God, that sounded like I was preparing a fucking team of footballers or something. And I find the more confidence that you have in this area, the more honest you tend to be, because you need less from people. If you need constant approval from people, if you need people to like you, that's when you're going to start getting a bit dodgy, because you're going to have to hide the truth because you're not comfortable with it. I hope that's been helpful. I don't even know if I answered the point of this video. I hope it's been helpful in some regard. I have coaching sessions. Yeah, if you want to talk to me, I do Skype and WhatsApp sessions as well. There's a link below. I hope you are having a great day wherever you are. Look at that, I just instinctively do this now. A couple years in Thailand. I still don't know if I'm saying that properly. That's my next goal, to learn Thai. Been in this country 2 years and I can like count to 10 and say hello and thank you. That's not good. That's not respectful. People always say that as well. How long have you been here? A little over 2 years. Oh, so you speak Thai? I don't even know the Thai word for no. I'll get on that. That's my public vow to myself. Anyway, I hope this video has been helpful.